Hey there, welcome back to our channel, the channel where we break down finance into small bites. Today, we're talking about something that affects almost everyone at some point in their life, and that is money traps. These sneaky pitfalls might seem harmless at first, but they can quietly derail your finances over time, especially in your 20s and 30s when you're just starting to build your financial foundation. But don't worry, we are here to help you out. In this video, we'll not only uncover 10 common money traps, but also provide actionable tips to avoid them and pave the way for smarter financial decisions. If you've ever wondered why it feels like you're working hard but not getting ahead, this video is for you. Ready to dive in? Let's get started. Money trap 1. Lifestyle inflation. Let's start with a big one: lifestyle inflation. This happens when your spending increases every time your income grows. Got a raise or a bonus? Suddenly, you're upgrading everything: your car, your apartment, your wardrobe. Sound familiar? For example, let's say you start making an extra $500 a month. Instead of saving or investing that money, you decide to move into a pricier apartment or buy the latest gadgets. Before you know it, that extra income is gone and your financial situation hasn't improved. How to avoid? Stick to a budget that prioritizes saving and investing. Set limits on discretionary spending and automate savings so the money is out of sight and out of mind. Delay gratification. You do not have to indulge every want of yours. Trust me, your future self will thank you for it. By avoiding lifestyle inflation, you free up more money to put toward your goals, whether it's building an emergency fund, investing in the stock market, or even taking that dream vacation you've been planning. Money trap 2. Relying on credit cards too much. Next up, credit cards. They can be a blessing and a curse. It's easy to swipe your card for everything, but high interest rates can trap you in a vicious cycle of debt. For example, imagine buying a $1,000 gadget on a credit card with a 20% interest rate and only making the minimum payment. That $1,000 could turn into $1,500 or more before you've paid it off. How to avoid? Pay off your balance in full every month to avoid interest charges. Use credit cards only for planned purchases, like groceries or gas, where you can control your spending. Track your expenses closely to ensure you're staying within your budget. Using credit cards responsibly not only saves you money on interest, but also helps you build a strong credit score, which can save you thousands on big purchases like a car or home. Money trap 3. Not having an emergency fund. Here's the thing: life is unpredictable. A flat tire, a medical emergency, or even a job loss can hit hard if you don't have a financial safety net. That's why an emergency fund is non-negotiable. How to avoid? Start small. If saving 3 to 6 months of expenses feels overwhelming, aim for $1,000 in 2 months to begin with. Automate your savings by setting up a direct transfer to a dedicated emergency fund account. To make the picture clearer, think of your emergency fund as your financial armor. If your car breaks down and you need $800 for repairs, having that fund means you won't need to rely on high-interest credit cards or borrowing from friends and family. An emergency fund provides peace of mind and protects you from falling into debt when life throws curveballs. Money trap 4. Ignoring student loans. Now, we all know thinking of student loans can feel overwhelming, but ignoring them doesn't make them go away, it makes them worse. The best thing to do if you find yourself neck-deep in student loan is to explore repayment options, like income-driven plans, to find something manageable. Pay more than the minimum whenever possible to reduce the principal faster. Avoid deferment or forbearance unless absolutely necessary, as interest often accrues. This way, you reduce the total interest you'll pay over time, freeing up future income for other goals. Money trap 5. Skipping retirement savings. Yeah, we know retirement feels like it's a lifetime away, especially in your 20s and 30s. But the earlier you start, the more beneficial it will be for you. Imagine saving $100 a month starting at age 25. By the time you're 65, with an average return of 7%, you'd have over $240,000. If you start at 35, that total drops to about $120,000. See the difference? So the earlier the better. Some of the easy ways to do this are: contribute to your 401k, especially if your employer offers a match. It's free money. Open an IRA if you don't have access to a 401k. Starting early means you'll need to save less overall to enjoy a comfortable retirement. Money Trap 6. Impulse Buying. Let's talk about impulse buying. We've all been there. You're scrolling online or walking through a store, and suddenly something catches your eye. You buy it, and a week later, you're wondering why you ever spent the money. Or maybe you're at the checkout line, and that $50 item feels like a small splurge. But if you're doing this every week, that adds up to $2,600 a year. Think about what else you could do with that money. How to avoid impulse buying. Use a 24-hour rule for non-essential purchases. If you still want it after a day, then consider buying it. Create a shopping list before you go out and stick to it. Set a monthly fun money limit for small indulgences so you can splurge responsibly. By controlling impulse spending, you'll have more money to put toward meaningful goals, like a down payment on a home or a well-deserved vacation. Money Trap 7. Neglecting insurance. Skipping insurance might seem like an easy way to save money, but it's a risky game. One unexpected event, a car accident, an illness, or a natural disaster can wipe out your savings in an instant. Imagine skipping renter's insurance to save $20 a month, only to lose all your belongings in a fire. Suddenly, you're out thousands of dollars with no safety net. How to avoid. Invest in essential insurance policies like health, auto, and renters or homeowners insurance. Shop around and compare plans to find the best coverage for your budget. Understand your policies so you know what's covered and what isn't. Insurance might feel like an expense now, but it's really a form of financial protection that can save you from disaster later. Money Trap 8. Falling for get-rich-quick schemes. Next, let's talk about something we've all seen: get-rich-quick schemes. Whether it's a guaranteed investment opportunity or a shady MLM, these traps promise easy money but usually end in loss. Take cryptocurrency scams. For instance, someone promises massive returns if you invest through their special platform. You send the money, and poof, it's gone. Easy ways to avoid finding yourself in these type of situations include the following. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Stick to proven investment strategies, like index funds or diversified portfolios. Do your research and consult trusted financial advisors before investing in anything. By steering clear of these traps, you'll safeguard your hard-earned money and focus on sustainable, long-term financial growth. Money Trap 9. Not tracking expenses. Do you know where your money goes every month? If not, you're not alone. Not tracking expenses is a common trap, but it leaves you vulnerable to overspending and missed opportunities. For example, imagine you think you're spending $300 a month on dining out, but when you check, it's actually $600. That extra $300 could have gone into savings or paying off debt, healthcare, or any other important thing. Here is how to track your expenses. Use budgeting apps or even a simple spreadsheet to track your expenses. Set aside time at the end of each month to review your spending and identify areas for improvement. Categorize your expenses into needs, wants, and savings to prioritize effectively. This way, you have clarity, control, and the power to make informed financial decisions that align with your goals. Money Trap 10. Procrastinating financial goals. And finally, let's talk about procrastination. Whether it's saving for retirement, paying off debt, or building an emergency fund, delaying your financial goals is one of the biggest traps you can fall into. Think about how much money you would have accumulated by the time you are in your 60s if you start investing now. Starting a retirement account at 25 versus 35 can mean the difference between retiring with $500,000 or $1 million. Time is your biggest ally when it comes to building wealth. Here is how to prevent financial goal procrastination. Set clear, actionable goals with realistic deadlines. Break big goals into smaller steps to make them more manageable. Hold yourself accountable by tracking your progress regularly and celebrating small wins. Taking action today, no matter how small, builds momentum. The sooner you start, the more options and opportunities you'll have in the future. And there you have it, 10 common money traps and how to dodge them like a financial ninja. Remember, avoiding these pitfalls isn't just about saving money. It's about creating a life of freedom, stability, and opportunities for yourself and your loved ones. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who could use these tips, and subscribe to our channel for more practical financial advice. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.